So I was trying to create systems that were autonomous, and through that process I introduced amplifiers and speakers into these systems, and the result of this was audio. So you could hear these randomized systems, and at that point, I guess, I became interested in that sonic material, the sonic side of it, the sound as a material, and maybe using that material as compositional material as well. So then the systems that I was creating became kind of prototypes for sound systems, or alternative sound systems, or alternative ways or alternative propositions for creating and listening to sound or music, and that's how that evolved, and it kind of developed, and that's where I am now. My process, I guess, is kind of different every time. So sometimes I see a space or a context or a site that something about that place inspires me and I want to develop something. Sometimes my process starts with a sound, with audio, or sometimes it begins with an image or a video or something I see in the street maybe that I want to include in a work. Or sometimes the process starts with a process, like a technological process that I'm interested in and evolving and harnessing somehow. And then other things introduce and things get layered, and it grows, it kind of evolves and sprawls like a city or something. So there's not one defined definitive process, but the starting point is always different, but I guess the process is the same. It's about combining things, layering things, and presenting things, I guess. One of the two main things I do in a space when I see a space that I'm going to occupy, one is clap my hands to hear the echo and see what the reverberation is like. Most musicians do this, or sound artists, or people that work with audio. And the second is look for power supplies. See where the electricity can come from, depending on what kind of work I'm showing. And then I really think about the architecture, the forms and the gaps and the lines of the space, and see how I can either highlight these features or kind of disguise them somehow or change them. Artists and musicians and designers and architects and poets, all kinds of practices really take their context into consideration. So this idea of taking this a space like this is a challenge. It becomes part of the process of making a work, because this is your context. So I think that's an interesting proposition. I'm not interested in all new technology. There's only very few things that become available that somehow I'm interested in, because I'm also interested in old technology and outmoded technology and what can be done with old technology and outmoded technology. Because just because a television or a radio was used to listen to broadcast content doesn't mean that you can't do other things with it. So every technology has an infinite amount of things that you can do with it other than what they were designed for. So that's always interesting to explore.